Let's look at some key points again from that post by President Donald Trump. He said the meeting went well. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that really mattered, nuclear, was not. Effective immediately, the United States Navy, the finest in the world, will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. I've also instructed our Navy to seek and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. We will also begin destroying the mines the Iranians laid in the Straits. Any Iranian who fires at us or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell. Additionally, and at an appropriate moment, we are fully locked and loaded, and our military will finish up the little that is left of Iran. Zein Basravi joins us live in Dubai. Zein, we possibly thought we were at a moment when some heat in the region was starting to sort of dial down. It seems the opposite may be true now.
That is correct. This will no doubt, these two posts by the U.S. president, very bombastic, very long, very lengthy, very detailed, really seemingly filled with a great deal of frustration. This will no doubt ring alarm bells here in the GCC for countries that were hoping that this 2-week ceasefire would extend beyond those 2 weeks and become a consistent, long-term, negotiated peace that could then lead to perhaps different relationships forming in the region, but certainly an end to the violence that we've seen, since the retaliatory attacks that have been levied by Iran on the GCC have taken a heavy toll on this region's economy, on various civilian targets, on energy infrastructure, on the general sense of these areas being a safe haven. And there's little doubt that this latest escalation, and this is no doubt in terms of rhetoric, a serious escalation. The idea of the U.S. forcing its way through the Strait of Hormuz, effectively engaging in a naval battle with the Iranian Navy, gloves off, that is going to be a serious concern for these countries that are on the coast of these waters where this battle may be happening. We've just seen a post this evening from the Omani foreign minister, who's been key, Badr Abu Saidi has been key in trying to negotiate a peaceful solution and end to this conflict. He was saying, when I met Vice President Vance just hours before the war began, I formed an impression that both he and the president had a genuine and strong preference to avoid the entanglements of war. So I urge that the ceasefire be extended and talks continue. Success may require everyone to make painful concessions, but this is nothing as compared to the pain of failure and of war. So the Omani government continuing to be a voice of reason, but if he thought that the president was not going to engage in the entanglements of war, he has perhaps been put in a position of having to rethink his assessment. Donald Trump, given every opportunity to de-escalate, has continued to escalate along with Israel since this war has started off about 5 weeks ago now. Now, we have to say that the last time such a significant social media post was put out, Donald Trump was threatening to wipe out an entire civilization, which really did put a lot of fear and terror into the people that live in this region. That ended with this 2-week ceasefire, with people speaking face-to-face, Iranian and American leaders speaking face-to-face at these talks in Pakistan. Are these posts another attempt at raising the level and volume and temperature of rhetoric to force some kind of practical step on the ground? That is the hope, no doubt, for the people in this region, for people watching this conflict unfolding. But we are hearing scattered reports on social media attributed to groups like Axios saying that there is movement in the waters around the Strait of Hormuz of U.S. vessels. So that is certainly going to be something that will be of deep concern to the leaders in the region, to the people living in this region, and no doubt to anyone watching this very, very significant conflict continue to escalate, continue to unfold, and with no doubt global ramifications.
Zein, thank you very much. Zein Basravi in Dubai.